what's up everybody, it's me with 24, and today I'll be taking a look at the 1 to 144 scale high-grade Deathscythe Hell Custom from Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. This is one of my favorite mobile suit designs from Endless Waltz, and as I mentioned before, I wasn't really a huge fan of Gundam Wing, but I was really big into Endless Waltz, and before anybody asks, no, I'm not doing this review because I have any intention of getting the upcoming Master Grade Verka Deathscythe. I don't have any intention of getting that. I'm just doing this because I thought, hey, that one's sitting on my shelf and I haven't done a review of it yet, so let's do a review of it. So the Deathscythe Hell Custom instruction manual just has a shot of the Deathscythe on the front there. Open it up. Pretty much the same as any of the other Endless Waltz kits. You've got dual Maxwell, a little timeline of the events of Endless Waltz, and Deathscythe's involvement in it, and you got some shots of them reenacting scenes from the movie or OVA, take your pick. Instructions, how to switch out his different parts, and then some cool shots of him all painted up and pretty. This one here, the one that I have, is not painted, nor is it panel lined. I haven't gotten around to panel lining it yet, so I will eventually. It's just, that's how it is right now. It's in its cloaked mode at the moment, and basically to get it out of its cloak mode, all you're going to have to do is detach this little peg there, which isn't hard to do. Pop the wing off, and you're going to have to do some parts forming here, but you'll pull this little piece out, flip the shoulder piece here up, I don't know what that's, the little blade there, and then pop this back in with this little arrow logo facing outwards. And then the peg that is now on the back side pops into the wing, and then you pull up this red piece. So we'll just do the same to the other side to get it into its full open mode. Alright, so now the wings are extended. The colors you're going to get with this kit are this very dark gray for the majority of the body and the wings here. It might look black on the camera, that's kind of the idea, is that it's supposed to be kind of a black color, but it's actually very dark gray. You're going to get a lighter gray for the arms, the legs, the torso. You'll get yellow for the V-fin, white for these bits on the shoulders, and then red for the tips of the wings there. The stickers you get on this kit are the metallic red for the chin, obviously the eyes are a sticker, the metallic red on these vents on his chest, these little gray pieces on his front skirts are stickers, and then the arms, and these little arm guards on either side have two stickers that kind of wrap around in the white there. And I believe that is it for stickers. For the sake of making this easier on myself, I'm going to take his backpack off for the posability portion, because when you have the backpack on, the wings on there, it does hinder his posability significantly. So with that off, the shoulders are able to rotate 360 no problem. You do get a little wiggle here on the tops of the shoulders, and that's more just for him to go into his cloaked mode. It does tend to come loose every once in a while and just kind of fall on you, but it's not that hard to get back up. The arms can go out about that far, can bend at the elbow there, and can also rotate 360 there. The wrists are just polycaps, so they are going to be able to rotate and wiggle on the ball joint there. The head is able to rotate back and forth about that far. It's really not able to go 360 just because his head doesn't go up that high. The side skirt armor can go up and down, and it's just a peg, so you can have it wiggle back and forth a little bit if you want. There's just a bar for the front skirt, so that can go back and forth a tiny bit. The back skirt armor does not move at all, like with a lot of old high grades. The torso is on a peg and can only wiggle so far there. The legs can go forwards about that far, backwards about that far, go side to side about that far, bend 180 with the double polycap joint there, and then the foot is just on a ball joint, so it can wiggle around and rotate a little bit, but it's not going to go 360 because the sides of the foot armor there, or the foot guards or whatever, are going to hinder it. Now while I do have the open fist hand on the Deathscythe right now, you do get the typical open palm hands and closed fist hands that come with pretty much every other Endless Waltz kit. Also included in pretty much every Endless Waltz kit is a second torso piece that is meant to be able to pull off some of the action poses that you see in the film or OVA. And I'm going to cut the camera off, remove these parts, but basically what you're going to do is pull off the torso and the arms and the head and then the legs and then replace everything onto this piece here. So we'll be back in just a second. So now that the new torso is attached to the Deathscythe and his scythe is in his hands, you can get a good idea of the action pose he's got here. There's a little bit of a rotating look in the torso with one side higher than the other and it kind of being angled a little bit. And I really like the effect that this gives off. I have to commend Bandai for including these back in the day that this was released, including these secondary torsos for all the main mobile suits, because it really does give an added effect to each of them. So now that I've got the wings back on, this is one of my very minor complaints with the Deathscythe Hell Custom, is that when you put the second torso on, this rear wing, assuming you have the scythe up like that or whatever, is going to be pushed back a little bit, and so it's not going to be completely flush, but again, this is the back side, so it's not going to be that big of a deal compared to if it was something, you know, standing out majorly on the front. One thing that I should note is that the Deathscythe Hell, the blade that the scythe has, actually doesn't come in this light green color. I painted that with my fluorescent green Gundam marker, and normally it just comes in white, but the staff still does come in the gray color, so it's not like the Ultron Custom where you have to paint the entire staff and then the beams at the end. So can I recommend the Endless Waltz high-grade Deathscythe Hell Custom? Absolutely. I think despite how old it is, it's still a very solid model kit, and if you want it to look like it does in the film or OVA, you're going to have to put a little bit of effort towards it, but still it's a nicely detailed kit. You get some nice accessories with the alternate torso and the scythe itself. Granted, I don't see myself ever using the extra polycap hands, but it's nice that they're included, and it really is a fantastic 1:144 scale version of one of my personal favorite Gundam Wing mobile suits. Don't forget to rate and comment below and subscribe if you like what you see, and with that I will see you guys next time.